What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Dre. It's Samurai Kennels. No decaf. No decaf with the Shogun bros. Y'all know how it is, man. It's the early morning dog talk breakfast show. We get on here, we cook about different topics, life, share with y'all dog shows, dog tips, dog topics. And today's topic specifically is the foundation dog for your yard. Excuse me. Early morning, I'm drinking my soda water, my bubbly, and yeah, man. But yeah, the topic of the day, y'all, the foundation dog for your yard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They already getting in here, man. Bobby Digital in the building. What's good, big dog? K-Walk in the building. Salute. Genetics rocking in the building. What's good, brother JT? Have a safe day at work. And Mrs. McFarland in the building early and not late. We are live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook right now. So y'all be seeing comments from all three platforms. My brother CDC in the building. CDC, let me get you wrenched up right now, man. You already know what it is, bro. You already know, man. You ain't new to this. You true to this, man. It's good to see you, my brother. Good to see you early this morning. And we're talking about the foundation dog for your yard. I'm coming at this topic from the aspect of lineages for me to this morning. I'm coming at this topic from the aspect. Hold on, because I got my phone turned up. There we go. Cool. All right. There we go, CDC. Now you where you supposed to be at, bro. Now you where you supposed to be at. All right. But yeah, man. So for me, the foundation dog of the yard has to be, I think it should be bred to a certain degree. And I'm gonna cook on that, man. I'm gonna cook on that. Specifically for me, there's a certain level of percentage I need to see of a particular dog in there. I'm gonna show y'all what should have been my original line of dogs that I should have stayed with when I first got involved in these dogs back in 07. And yeah, we'll cook from there. But first, I gotta cook on a few other topics, whatever. Waiting for my brothers to get in here. Digital dog show. Entries have started already for the month of April. Our digital dog show is an online dog show open to all breeds, where you simply contact us through our WhatsApp link and you submit a no more than 2-minute video of the dog showing their teeth, their walk side to side, stacking them from the side, stacking them from the front, and them doing some work or whatever. Obviously, with us having multiple breeds, there are 5 criteria that need to be entered, but for a separate breed, you need 6 criteria. So you need to have your Cash App, because we pay Cash App for the winning dogs. You need to have the dog's name, the dog's age, sex, color, and if it's a breed other than the American Pit Bull Terrier, obviously just let us know. Like, because I don't want to guess breeds. So, like, you know, if it's a band dog, if it's a Cane Corso, if it's a Boerboel, you know what I'm saying? Like, just clearly delineate your dog and how it's identified. You don't have to worry about like all the AKC and UKC standards and all that stuff, man. Like, we go off of, does the dog look aesthetically pleasing? And 2, the second half of your entry should include your dog doing some work. So aesthetics do not necessarily win you our show. They'll help a lot, but aesthetics won't necessarily win you our digital dog show, and that is a digital online dog competition show. Okay, and then we also started this thing called Dog of the Week. So for Dog of the Week, also is not amalgamated is not cordoned off to American Pit Bull Terriers, but for Dog of the Week, people have been submitting their entries, and I got a surprise for y'all on this Friday for Dog of the Week. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for that. There's still another day to enter for Dog of the Week for this week. So yeah, let me put the link for that WhatsApp in the chat right now as well, man. I'll put it in the chat, and y'all do with that information as y'all would. Man. But Dog of the Week, and then finally Dog of the Month. You can make your submissions to Dog of the Month based upon your interest in competing in our stuff. But weekly, monthly, quarterly, there's competitions, man. Like, so you watch the show, you know what I'm saying? You want to just check in, you know, toward the end of the month and compete, or the end of the week and compete, that's fine too. But we not stopping, man. We not stopping. We keeping it gangster, we keeping it gutter in here, you know, and making it where you can compete daily, weekly, monthly. Let me put this link in the chat for that right there. Okay, so this is the link for the dog of the week. Right now, there are 3 entries into dog of the week. So y'all make it as competitive as y'all want to, but there you go. All right, who else we got in here? We got Heart and Finish Kennels in the building. What's good, big dog? Dicky Mother Loving Foster in the building. What it do? Pitwise Kennels, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? Pitwise, it's a good topic this morning, man. Yeah, man, we talking about that the foundation dog for your yard. The foundation dog for your yard. Elevated Kennels in the building. What's good, big bro? Little big bro. Wes Walker in the building. What it do? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Quick FC7. Salute, bro. Salute. Let's see who we got on Instagram. Instagram, we got CDC. We got Kung Fu Kennels. We got Dutch Match. Heart and Finish was over there too. And Dogs 1939. Yes, sir. Salute, salute. Man, y'all make sure y'all come over to YouTube side of things, man. We love seeing y'all on Instagram, man, but YouTube is where the action is at for our channel. YouTube is where the action is at. All right, y'all. So we covered that digital dog show, dog of the week, dog of the month. We do have upcoming breeding of Saki the Kamikaze coming up, and I'm really excited about that. So yeah, man, whoop-de-woo. Big Toyo in the building. What's good, big dog?
What's up, bro? What's up? Salute.
Salute, salute, man. Y'all boys running the marathon yesterday, man. Salute to y'all.
Same old same, bro. Same old same.
Yes, sir, man. I ain't hitting none of them parlays last night, Toyo. I already depressed early this morning, man.
Parlay Dre. Parlay Dre.
Yeah, man. But Toyo, the topic of the day is the foundation dog for your yard. And we've kind of already hit this topic before with basing up on a male or a female. Today I'm basing a bit more upon like the solidity or the validity of a blood or specific dog to build a line off of, okay? And I want to put that out there first and foremost, man, first and foremost. So before we get into the show too much, Toyo, you got anything you want to cover?
Nah, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back for a minute and see what you're talking about.
Okay, all right, we'll do that, man. Before we do any of that, though, let me bless these sponsors with the intro.
Okay, let's go.
Man, it's your boy Big Hill and Dre, and we're here back today to cook on the Shogun Morning Dog Talk, no decaf. Toyo, we cooking on the foundation dog for your yard, and Big A is in the building. What's good, Big A?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Yo.
What's happening, Big Hill?
You got it, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Y'all brothers in here. So the foundation dog for your yard, man. Foundation dog yard for your dog, man. Okay, so check this out. I want to pull up this ped. Let me get this ped pulled up real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. Okay. So this dog right here is what I think foundation dog should look like on paper. All right, and this is Chavis Yellow John. Brother Supreme was good, big dog. And y'all, we will be putting a link in there a little bit later in the chat, but right now I want to click on this real quick, uninterrupted. Chavis Yellow John, 4-time winner, Register of Merit. Chavis Yellow John, 4-time winner, Register of Merit. And I'm gonna bring it down here, and I'll explain my thoughts on this. This is not to be right. This is about getting it right. And this pedigree has been seen 530,219 times. So this is a well-researched pedigree. I don't know, like, there's all the controversy on Red Boy. I ain't worried about all that. I'm talking about just the length of line breeding. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. So check this out. You got Red Boy here, and then Red Boy and Cat made Feather. So Red Boy bred to his daughter made Yellow John. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Red Boy bred to his daughter made Yellow John. And then you got obviously Red Boy here, bred to Cleo to make Cat. So they took this dog, Red Boy, and bred him to a Leposti's cash dog. So one out, and then back to his daughter.
hmm
And now back to his daughter again to make Yellow John. So for us, we went on the female side of the line breeding. We went Bacardi to Knucklehead
hmm
to make Saki, Saki to Bacardi to make
Yeah.
Kamikaze, Michonne, Whitehead, and etc. So we did this. I borrowed this breeding strategy to create what it is that we're doing here. And I'm going to show y'all my pedigree as well. But I wanted y'all to see. I saw this, and for those of y'all who don't know who Yellow John ended up producing, Yellow John crossed out to the Jocko line, ended up producing Grand Champion Terrence Yellow, along with other dogs. But Yellow is one of the most prestigious dogs to come off of that cross, right? There's a lot of different Red Boy Jocko crosses. I'm not trying to take away from any of those crosses. I'm just giving y'all the theory or the ideology behind what I'm doing over here with my stuff and who I would outcross to and why I would outcross. And I do want to talk about the Grand Champion Yellow cross real quick as well, because we're talking about foundational yards, right? So we already know how Yellow John was made. You know what I'm saying? Red Boy on Red Boy on Red Boy. But Chavis, Miss Jocko was Jocko bred to his daughter, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously, you know, another Chavis Red Boy Jr. dog right here. So, you know, some more Trent Red Boy in there, some more that Alonzo blood, which is already present as well in the Yellow John breeding. So Alonzo
Yeah.
Brad. So, you know, they did their thing, man. Not quite as tight as the Yellow John, but still their own tight line of dog, you know, to another line of dog, and they kept it strong like that. So I like that style of breeding to start a yard or to start a line. That's my preference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But brother Big Hill, y'all wanna chime in on that? I'm about to get this other pedigree pulled up.
Man, nah, I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. Uh, hold up.
What you did those 3-1, Dre? You did 3-1?
What's that?
You did the old 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Go 3-1, man. Got to. Hey, Hart Vince said you have to have some Zebo or Alonzo in the program. And you know what? Based upon what I'm seeing here, Hart Vince, you ain't wrong. You know, I think certain lines help, even if it's in small percentages. I think Bolio does this too. They help keep it. They give you a malleable baseline to build off of. So if you want to go back into it or go to something similar, you can without getting a bunch of undershot or non-conformationally sound dogs. Because while I want my dogs to perform well, I also want them to be conformationally sound. And if you don't do nothing else but take them to a confirmation show and get some points, man, I want you to be able to do that. You know, so
Yeah.
I think that's a valid statement to make. Brother RBG Lone Wolf in the building, Pyrex in the building. Salute, big dog. Salute to you.
Hard finish. What's happening? Skip Bell.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Salute, Skip Bell.
H&F. Salute, Skip.
Bobby. Yeah, Bobby Digital.
Bobby Digi.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Pyrex gang. Salute.
Hey, Catch Dog, man. Yes, sir.
Catch Dog Concepts.
Yeah, man.
Supreme.
Supreme in the building.
Oh shoot, that K Walk and Genetics Rocking, they in there, man.
JT, salute, bro. K Walk, get it.
They in there, man. Um, we we got the dog of the week coming up, man. Um, y'all make sure y'all get y'all entries in, man. Got the first dog of the week coming up this week, man.
Yeah, man.
$5 giveaway. We got entries already, man. I should probably get one of them up here and let y'all see what people working with, man. Y'all get a little teaser,
Yeah, yeah. Because we
you
got a
know.
surprise for y'all, man. This Friday, we got a surprise, man. It's gonna be big, man. But yeah, but if
Mhm.
you are able to pull it up, man, that'd be much appreciated. So they can see,
Yeah.
so they can see what they're up against, and get in here and get active, man. It's only, what I'm saying, you reign for the week. You reign for the week. Also,
Yep.
man, my brother Catch Talk Concepts is in the chat with y'all right now. I'm dropping the link to his
Mhm.
channel, man. Do me a favor, man. Click on the link, click on the link, go over there. When you come back and you subscribe, man, drop a one in the chat, man. Drop a one in the chat. Y'all do that for us this one. That'd be much appreciated.
Salute.
Salute. Yeah. All right. So here, this is our pedigree right here, man, for our stuff with that breeding we talking about doing this year. And the breeding that I'm doing this year, I would consider it to be a foundational stop. And here's why. So the dogs are not necessarily bred off of Saki. They're actually more so bred off of Bacardi dogs. All right. They're 3 times Bacardi, 2 times Saki, right? These puppies, Michonne, this is big age Michonne. Michonne and Kamikaze are off of Saki to Bacardi, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But then Bacardi is here again in the second generation, which will be for these puppies, the third generation, Bacardi to Knucklehead. So Bacardi to Knucklehead, the same as Red Boy out to that Lopace dog. And then obviously we make this one and then take it back to the mother, took him back to his mother to make this dog. So we're taking this dog back to the daughter one last time to make some heavy inbred dogs on our stuff. And then obviously the purpose behind doing this and structuring our yard this way is to see that our traits are very apparent so that when we do our outcross, we know we have a good indicator. You're never going to know where it's all coming from.
Yeah.
It can skip 9 generations back and you got the one dog that has the spirit of a grand champion, and that's the one off. But the general idea is in those 3 generations to tighten it up to the point where we know exactly what traits we're bringing and what we're handing off to our individual prospective buyers and clients, right? So
Right.
I'm just going off of the Yellow John standard, and I think it's a really decent standard. A lot of heavy inbred dogs like that can be wishy-washy, but from what I've seen of them, they I'm okay with what I've seen. I would be honored to pass that on to somebody else for them to be able to take it to the next level.
Mhm.
All right, Big Hill, Big A, what's y'all thoughts on that? Or how would you choose your brew stop?
Shoot, honestly, me, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna work it. We gonna work it out. That's my honest opinion. You know what I'm
For sure.
saying?
For sure.
Yeah, man. Hey, got
Yeah,
one of these coming up. What you say?
I just I follow Pops right now. Pops still driving. I let him drive. So I just
Oh,
follow him right now. I don't, I
right
don't,
there.
I don't interrupt right now. I still take notes.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, the big Hard Vintage said, "Go bathe them hounds, gentlemen. I know they in the kennel stinking." Yeah, man. Wash your dog, man. Wash yourself too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dog smelling cleaner than you. We got a problem, man.
Yeah.
Mhm. Big A, bring that back up, bro. Where you?
Yes,
Where you?
sir. I'm about to bring it back up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
one of the
You got
entries
some
right
entries?
there.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a good looking dog, man. That's one of the entries. Look at that back end, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Nah, that's
Man, get them in. If you get them entries in, man. Yeah.
And that's for dog of the week.
Dog of the week.
Let me show y'all
Yes,
dog of the
sir.
month real quick because this is her month and I want to be able to celebrate her throughout the month. This is
Yeah.
AWA champion Mirasol owned by Native Gold. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you how I know we're reaching people. So yesterday I was at work texting somebody about a breeding, right? This is a private breeder, so I'm not gonna say his name. If he want to say his name, he can, but he's a good friend of mine. But I don't, y'all know how I'm private with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he sent me a screenshot of yesterday's show, and in quotes, he said, "Whose dog is this?" So like, maybe he hadn't seen her, or maybe he didn't know that was her. But
Yeah.
definitely like we getting it out there, and the people are getting excited about seeing them. So dogs of the week and dog of the month are definitely a good exposure for you, for those of y'all who are interested in doing it, man. But and he's another YouTube blogger too. So that was really cool that he came by and check out the show and he was impressed with what he saw. So
yeah,
shouts out to the other channels that come through and do that. Also, man, let me put this up real quick, man. I'm trying to support as many of y'all as I can, man. Y'all bear with me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not cheap to give money out and then to go spend money monetarily with other channels. So every now and then I try to do a cash app here, cash app there, whoopie whoop, hibbity blah. But it is April. There's a bunch of April birthdays. Shout out to PBK. It was his birthday recently, and I ordered his book, man. I had told him I was gonna show y'all, man. I received the book, man. I never. It's a good book, So. Putting that out there, man. If you want to order the Pitbull Encyclopedia, hit him up directly, man. But I'd ordered it, and I keep my books out here for reference, man. It's like I got it right next to our Richard Stratton book, man. I got it in comparison. You know what I'm saying? So I put those things on there. Casino, I ain't forgot about you. I still got to buy a T-shirt. Casino T-shirts are a little bit more expensive than my T-shirts, so I gotta sell a couple T-shirts to buy a T-shirt. But I haven't forgot about you, man. It's just, bro, like see, I got check-ins and the savings, and my check-ins is where my check-ins is saved up. It get expensive, man. It get expensive.
Yeah.
And we planning on cash giveaways this weekend as well.
Yeah. What would be like red flags to avoid when scaling through the pads, man? What would be some red flags? Just off of visuals.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Big A, man. Like, yes, pedigrees matter to me. Obviously, I told you why they matter, right? But to get me to even look at your pet, okay, let me dial it back for me. To get me to even want to look at your pet, I need to see the dog first. Like, show me the dog, like how I told you that. Okay, for example, this conversation happened yesterday, just like this. I posted this picture on our live yesterday, right? Brother text me. He didn't say, "How is that dog bred?" He said, "Whose dog is this? I want to talk to them." Okay.
Yeah.
So I see the dog. I'm interested in the dog. He didn't ask me, "How's the dog bred?" Because he knows it's not my dog. He said, "Whose dog?" I want to go to the source. So can I see the dog? Can I go to the source? Can I talk to the man about a dog, right? About his dog.
Right.
That is the way that I would say is if it's not that, if I can't talk to the man himself about the dog, I lose interest very, very quickly.
Yeah. Big E, what you think?
What's that? Say it again. Repeat the question, my bro.
What red flags would you avoid or would see when like looking through the pads? If you saw something visually on the pads that was something that you didn't would be a red flag for you.
I don't know, bro. I would have to think on that for a minute. It'd be a couple things. It'd be a couple things. I would have to think on that for a minute.
Okay, well, I got another question then. We were looking at pairs and going into breeding or whatnot. What are things that starting a foundation? Since we started talking about foundation, what would be some things that, because the foundation is the most important thing to building any kind of structure. So what would be some stuff that would make you have a weak foundation starting off by making the wrong, might not see something, make the wrong decision from ground level. And then, because time goes by, and then all of a sudden, you know, whatever program you had, it's not going to be that.
If, to me, that one would be kind of what comes to mind immediately is your traits all over the place. You got a variable of traits that it's kind of hard to concentrate on. So you
What,
just
like a scatterbred
yeah,
type?
like
Okay.
people kind of shy away from that word though. But basically, like you have so many dogs in that pedigree that's throwing different things. Like, what are you concentrating on? You know what I mean? What are you concentrating on? Just questions like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah.
harder. It's kind of harder when you got multiple dogs throwing multiple things. You
Hmm.
know, it's a process of simmering it down, or I mean, what you call specifying the traits you want. So
Right.
the closer you can get to the traits that you want and identify them, the better. So the further away from you, the more variables on the table you did. So it's just like you're trying to hit that number. You're trying to hit that number, but what's your number that you're trying to hit? My words
Right.
be this type of slang I use. It might. Yeah, I might. I know you get it, what I'm saying, but like
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I don't really be having the right words, man. But
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes,
man.
sir.
Um. Yeah, man. So when you were when you were going through, you had said a few things about the door getting slammed in your face a few times and people telling you no. Um, what what kept you in the same direction without trying to choose another direction to go as far as the bloodline and what you had wanted? Especially after getting shut down a lot.
Honestly, man, it was the biggest thing I seen with that. Like as far as like picking a foundation and going with my gut, I done seen so many people that don't practice what they preach. I see
Hmm.
more of those than I do people that do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
people say don't breed young dogs, they breed young dogs. People say you know what I'm saying, don't breed that tight, and then they got the whole yard is based off a dog that's bred that tight. So
Yeah.
it's a bunch of do as I say and not as I do. So like why would I listen to anybody? You know what I'm saying? That was my
Hmm.
that's my whole thing. That's why I always try
Yeah.
to I try to precurse everything I say with this is my opinion, this is how I do it. And
Yeah.
that helps me avoid a lot of slack, a lot of flack. Some people still gonna make it that I'm telling you to do something, and that's not the
Hmm.
case at all. Like what I'm saying. I don't like the you should do's or the what you need to do. When somebody says that to me, it drives me insane. Like
X.
you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
drives me insane. Don't tell me what I need to do. Show me what you do, and if I like it, I'll follow suit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Show me
Okay.
what you do, and if I like it, I'll follow suit. That's
Yeah.
Right.
that's me, man. Like
Right.
that's why everything that I do, I try to make a YouTube video for it. It's not to flex, even the training stuff. Like it's not to
Hmm.
flex on people. It's to show you, okay, like what I'm telling you I'm doing it. You can see it. You can either choose to believe it or not. I don't really care. I even train on live just to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can train. Maybe it was a perfect day. He had the e-collar on beeping in the background. Something,
Hmm.
something that he has something, some kind of trick, some kind of gimmick to get you to buy his training from somebody else's. No, the gimmick is
Yeah.
this. My training is in your face. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And the same thing with the foundation of your art. My pedigree is in your face. You see the breedings, you see the dogs, you see the puppies grow up, you see all the little running on the treadmill, going to the shows. If that's not enough, man, it'll never be enough. It will
Hmm.
never be enough. So
Yeah.
to answer your question, Big A, you trigger me, bro. But to answer your question, nah, man, like I done seen too many false prophets and just too many people that'll tell you something that is completely not what they're doing
Hmm.
to let somebody stop me or direct my traffic, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Nah, that makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, he triggered me just now. But
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
yeah. No, it was good. It was a good trigger
Oh
though.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, because basically that's probably why I'm watching what I say and stuff when you ask me certain questions, because
Yeah.
I'm the type of dude like that. A lot of stuff is personal with me with my dogs, and I know it's
Mhm.
personal with everybody else with their dogs. So every time I'm ready to say something that I think is
Controversial.
a standard. No, not controversial, but
Oh,
like as soon as I'm ready to say something, I could think of the flip side where it could work for somebody. You understand?
yeah.
So you understand, and it's too many.
Trying to looking at both sides of the coin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
when I'm ready to say
Yeah.
something, I'm really just thinking about me and my stuff. Like, and
Right.
if I flip the coin, the situation might not be like that. So it could be a whole total different thing. And it's almost always like that with these dogs. So I never really had the balls to be telling people, like Dre said, telling you what you should be or whatever. Like if it's obvious, I try to shoot it out there. But it's so many variables, like far as environment, far as the person that's dealing with the dogs, how many dogs you got, what's your resources. You know, it's so many things. So whereas though it's basically just our opinions at the end of the day. So that's why I be
Mm.
kind of, you know, jab stepping sometimes or kind of not sure of what I should say. So I'd rather not say nothing if I can't say something that's kind of like generally, you know, I got to make sure it be okay. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Let me
Yeah.
jump back in there, Toyo. Tag me back in, man.
Uh
So,
oh.
so Big A and I, we share a lot of conceptual videos, man, like little shorts and stuff, like that apply to situations. You know, I'm a very believe it or not, man. I subscribe to this thing called Stoic Quotes, man. But this is a 50 Cent Stoic quote on the Stoic Quote YouTube channel. Check it out. And 50 Cent said, "I can accept when I make a mistake and it's my failure. When it's me, you know what I'm saying. When
Mm-hmm.
I made a decision and it's me to make that decision, I can accept that." But if I ever allow you to influence me to make a decision and then we get it wrong, I'll never forgive you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you know, I take it very, very like at a very, very when I offer advice, man, typically one, you gonna have to ask, like Big A said, like you gonna have to ask me for my advice. I will sit there and not let you fail because I want you to fail, but because at the end of the day, I don't know how you're gonna take our failure if I get involved in your stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you do your thing, I do my thing, you know what I'm saying? And we can compare notes. I think that's the best thing that I can do is compare notes with other kennels, other breeders, other dog men, other neo dog men, you know, other bulldoggers, other breeds. Compare notes, say what works and say what doesn't work. I'm telling y'all, like right now, metaphorically speaking, this is the land of the walking dead. We all got our own developments, our own camps, our own settlements. We all got our own codes of morals and ethics and things that we do our own way. But at the end of the day, man, certain things work, man. And on that show, you got to stab them in the head to kill them. On this show right here, and all the shows I'm involved with, the dogs have to be able to work, man. They have to be able to
Yeah.
work. That's the golden standard. It has to be a working dog. So to
Yes,
get there,
sir.
man, there ain't no golden ticket recipe. You know, if one person had it like that, man, you would see it. The winds would reflect. So yeah,
Tag
man,
me back in. Tag me back in.
I'm done. Go
Uh
ahead.
oh. Uh
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Also, like I say, it's kind of like, you know, just coming from my experiences, you know what I mean? Like even me and Pops, like even your family members, like these dogs, if you really into them, I mean, certain things is uh uh it's gonna happen. And it's like basically what these things is like, you know, you'll be around people and people, human nature gonna do different things. Like people just gonna be judging things
Mhm.
without knowing all the information.
Yeah.
And also people gonna be opening up their mouth and trying to teach you things and not even knowing that if they sat back and just listen, they could learn something from you. But see, a lot of people just want to always start teaching. Like no matter
Mm-hmm.
all these years I had dogs, like I could come around some new guys with dogs, and like Dre said, like you say, hey, you sit there, you show them what you doing, you let them watch what you doing or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually they're gonna start telling you stuff. You know, like you didn't ask them enough, but they're gonna start telling
Yeah.
telling you stuff. And you know, to
Yeah.
some people, some people like that could be offensive. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could come, like,
Yeah.
you know, like imagine me, you know, I'm seeing Pops working and stuff, and I just roll up and start making suggestions.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, but it's just human nature, but like it's really offensive to a person. That's why he might not say nothing when I'm saying things, you know, like he might just
Yeah.
go with the silent mode and let me figure it out. Like, you know what I mean? Let
Mm-hmm.
me figure it out. But you know,
Hey.
neither side means any harm. Neither side means any harm. Like these dogs, man, and you know, people want to say stuff that it's like an excitement, and they want to say things, and like it's hard for us to maintain discipline. It's a discipline game. It's a discipline game. It's a respect and discipline game. And like again, I might not have the right words to say, but it's a respect and discipline game. That's all. Salute.
Yeah, man. Let me give some shout outs, man, because the chat is getting live right now, man. Bad Batch 45 in the building. What's good, big dog? Doug in the building. Brother Doug, salute, man. Salute. That's the co-producer of NWA County Corso. Doug, if you will, post the link in the chat, man. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. When you subscribe, leave a one in the chat so the brothers know who it is. It's coming out there and supporting the other channels, man.
Yeah.
Salute. Salute.
Skip Bell. Okay, Big A. I need you to address this one, but Skip Bell said, Samurai, for next cook up tomorrow or etc., how many scatterbred hounds made a name? And which ones was those?
I'm gonna take note of that. We got a schedule drawn out to next Friday, and we'll put that on the list, man. We will get to that, man.
Yeah, man. And, I'll do wild cards on Saturdays too. You know, wild cards like that I can handle on Saturday mornings at 07:30 if y'all not tracking.
That we can do that. Man, I want to talk to y'all about, man, memberships, man. Hey, y'all come member, man. Y'all here every day, man. Come forward with us, man. We about to have a lot of more behind the scenes showing for members only. You already get a 10% discount on stuff, man, on everything on the website, man. We got a couple of other things working for the members to make it a lot more beneficial. Plus, we do the shirt giveaway for one member, and we're going to increase it for one new member at the end of the month, and also the subscriber. Y'all check out our website, man. Let me go ahead and hit you with a little commercial, man. Yeah, man. What you they got the weight the protein powder in?
I gotta go back on there, man. We had ordered 50 more of them, and I see where we at with it, man.
Oh man, you sold out again?
I gotta go check. I haven't checked it. I haven't checked it like this week. You know what I'm saying? It's automated. It's drop ship. So I put my logo on there. They handle it, and then I get the invoice at the end of the month for how much sales we got.
Yeah. How do you like the pre-workout? How's that doing you?
I take it Monday through Friday. I don't use it on the weekend for my workouts, man. And let me say this too. So with pre-workout, I am a person that consumes energy drinks. But when I take pre-workout, I will not consume pre-workout and an energy drink in the same 24-hour period. I actually follow the rules on the packaging, man. But I like the pre-workout, man. I think it has more focus. I think it needs a little bit of boost of beta-alanine and niacin. So I'm gonna talk to my manufacturers about adding a little bit more beta-alanine and niacin to it, because I like that little itch feeling, gotta lift, But it has a good focus. Like when I'm at the gym, man, I'm focused. Definitely has those neurons and dendrites firing. I get a good workout in. I don't zap my central nervous system. I don't hit muscle fatigue as fast because I'm just focused on the workout, man. So yeah, that's working pretty good. And I like it. I like it. Oh, and I will be doing a 60-day reveal, a self-reveal of my workout results, y'all. I'm not gonna use a product and not show y'all the results. Just like with my dogs, I'm not gonna say I'm working my dog and not let y'all see some pictures of the dog after the keep. I'm in keep right now, just like the dogs. I will share this with y'all. I don't typically show my chest. I don't believe in male thirst straps or female thirst straps. So I don't typically bare my chest or my body parts for anybody. But for the purposes of modeling my own protein, my own workout clothes and supplements, I probably will do a little bit just to show you.
You see how he walked into that?
Samurai stripping Dre. Okay,
If you come with that magic fight, triple X stuff, we fighting on site, bro. But look,
striptease Dre. Okay, bro. All right now.
Hey,
summertime Dre.
Yeah. Hey, y'all in the chat, man. Hey, man, can y'all drop down what y'all if you had to start right now, what would your foundation dog be? Who would you start with?
Yeah. And let me read Big C comment too, man. He said, before somebody say T-Trey, He was not scatterbred. You have to go back in there and see. Schoolboy did a great breakdown on his own channel. Yeah. Shout out to
Okay.
Mr. Garcia, man. Salute. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to Garcia, man,
Yeah,
and hope his wife coming back around, man.
yes, sir. Salute Garcia. Well, let me shoot out there on that. Well, in that case, when you go so far back, all these dogs related. So you can't look at it like that because you go far back enough, all our stuff related. So basically, you can have related stuff. If you're looking at a pedigree like that, you gotta be careful because like you always gotta keep your eyes on the dogs because your traits could be scatterbred. Your paperwork could be lined up like I don't know what, but what you breeding scatterbred traits. So you got to make sure them traits lining up, bro. It's just throwing it out there.
So what you mean by that, Toyo? So when you say the traits category, you talking about like, okay, this dog a stifle dog, this dog a chest dog, or like
Yeah, what you creating, like people get on the paperwork and the lines and all that, they're matching up the lines, but as you looking at the traits of
okay.
the representatives of the lines that you breeding, is it what you looking for? Because your paperwork could look scatterbred, but the trait you was breeding on traits, so your dog is fine. People can say your paperwork scatterbred all they want to. It don't mean nothing. It's just paperwork. Your trait, you know what trait you was concentrating on. You could have got you was watching dogs. So you got these traits. You breeding dogs for certain reasons. You watching them and you woo. It ain't about the paperwork.
Right.
Yeah, and they're active and they're doing what you want them to do.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point, man. Because I'm not
You
gonna
think
lie.
that's how? You think that's pretty much how they had to be doing it? Before papers was around and all that stuff. Looking at the
That's the
dog and just
best.
breeding.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Man, Toyo, you said a mouthful on that one, bro. Ooh.
You know how Toyo be. You got something going on. Toyo come mess it up and drop a damn. You know what I'm saying, bomb.
Yeah, man.
Toyo came up there yesterday. Toyo came up there yesterday. Say, I don't care what y'all talking about. Let me say something real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he be teasing. So when I was a drill instructor, man, we'd be at a PC test, right? And
yeah.
Let's say let's say I didn't have none of my recruits was testing that morning, so I'm just out there helping out, yelling at the ones, the stragglers, whatever. I would run up behind them and I start singing a song. Somebody ain't gonna make it.
The butterflies get to going. They looking around. Yeah.
Somebody ain't gonna make it.
Yeah,
is he talking to me?
That's a wicked one.
Is he talking to us? Yeah, Big Hill, he talking to us? You know?
That's right.
Who he talking about?
That's a wicked jump.
Yeah. Nah, I was saying because we had that show yesterday, Big Hill had made a valid point through the whole thing. I would say, God no, man. You got a point.
Oh, Bad Batch asked that I have any hides. Nah, Bad Batch, I don't even sell them anymore, man. I had so much issues with getting them from the actual manufacturers. So what I do is I'll put it out there for y'all, man. DB Dog and Pet Supply is where I would go to for hides right now. He typically has them, but he goes to a lot of the in-person shows. He was at the South Bottom show. He had his table set up there. A great opportunity to get hides there. And I don't know if y'all on Instagram, but Broderick's Bulldogs in Nebraska also be having hides from time to time. So Broderick's Bulldogs, DB Dogging, But as far as me, I was trying to order them in bulk, and nobody could supply. And I'm saying names because nobody, including those two, could supply the bulk that I needed to be able to mass produce them. Because I was teetering on having a deal with Amazon to be a Amazon marketer for hides. And you know what I'm saying, the plugs was really playing middleman. And that I'm giving y'all their names, and I'm talking junk this morning. So I'm giving you their names because they do be having hides for individual sale, but they couldn't hit me on the level I was going. So they just blackballed me and put me out there. So that's how I feel. That's what happened. I got the text, I got the Facebook messages and everything. But go holler at them brothers, man. Get you some hides. They got good quality hides, and that's the same hides I was selling. You know what I'm saying? That's the same hides I was selling. They got good stuff. They just when it came to business, we didn't do good business together. And I probably should have kept that secret, but I'm irritated about it. So I let it out there. Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened. But good quality products. I actually bought a leash from DB Dog, and at the South Bottom show. So yeah, I'm talking junk about you this morning, DB Doggins. You know, say what you had to say, feel how you had to feel, but I'm still buying products from you because you still got good products. You just let me down. That's it. You just let me down. But yeah, man. So yeah, absolutely. Hey, appreciate that, Doug. That's the link right there. Bad Batch to DB Doggin, but he definitely got the hides for the low. And he definitely can sell them for cheaper than what I was selling them for too. For real. Yeah, definitely can sell them for cheaper than what I was selling them for. Because I was having to buy them from him and then mark them up to make a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I ain't no hater, but I also ain't about to sit here and fake the funk like it's some dudes out here in the game that they piss me off.
Yeah, like it's all good.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
and I salute them.
What's up? Go ahead, Big.
I salute your hustle too, because you ain't even exploiting the middleman role. You letting people know where the plug at. Get your hustle game up. Bro, let you know where the plug at. You ain't gonna get in this way. That's what he said.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, what I needed was a farmer that was selling whole hides, and I would, cure it and do it myself. So if y'all know a farmer like that, and y'all want Dre to do the hides, because the difference with me is, man, I ship on the day. I will text you at the post office and ship on the day I say I'm shipping, and you have a picture of your receipt in hand. You know, but my upcharge was for, man, we getting all told up. This is foundation for life. You know what I'm saying? It went from foundation for your dog yard to foundation for life. So when I was shipping hides, man, the things that I was doing was all the issues I had from the 3 different suppliers I was dealing with, I made sure to eliminate those. So, for example, when I tell you I'm going to ship it, I send you a picture of the receipt with your tracking number on there. That's just good business. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no waiting to be like, oh, man, you know, my wife and I, we went out of town for the weekend, so I'm going to have to ship it to you on Tuesday. Nah, if that's the case, I cash up your money back. You know, other than the shipping money, I can't. I'm not about to do that with you. I'm not about to play with you, man. And these all 3 of these brothers I mentioned, the other one I ain't mentioned yet, but all 3 of them, they used to play with me sometimes, man. I done sent this brother $200 for highs or whatever, and you don't ship to Thursday, and I sent you the money on Sunday, bro. I'm feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it was an individual order, I wouldn't. If it was an individual order, I guess I wouldn't care, and I guess they used to dealing with individual orders. But the reason why my this is not to bash them, just to tell you why my prices was so high. I was charging $50 for 3. I had to go through all this headache just to get the hide here. And then, you know, it's cost me $19 to ship 3 of them. So to make it even worth my time, that's why they was $50. So if you decide you want to get into the hide hustle game, man, that's free game, man. That's free game. It's not simple. And because it's a live product, you have to have multiple suppliers. Like, unless you got a farmer that just got 1,000,000 cows, you know what I'm saying? You're going to need multiple suppliers. And if all the suppliers are shaky, man, you know, I got 50 hides on order from this guy. I got 200 hides on order from this guy, and they not fulfilling the end of the deal. And you got people making orders, man. It makes it really difficult for you to look solid. So, you know, I'm just putting all the game out there for y'all this morning, man. You know, all the game.
While you dropping game, let me drop another thing, please.
Let's go.
And also, when you're taking care of business, it's not really, it's really not game doggish of you when something goes wrong. You throw your wife in a situation. That's not cool. I don't like that type of stuff. You playing on people emotions and stuff. Stop throwing wifey in there when something goes wrong. Just go ahead and scratch into that. Handle that business. Stop putting wifey in business that, you know, on the mess ups. You can put her in there when you're doing good, but don't put her in there on the mess ups, man. Stop blaming wifey for that. Salute.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. See, Brother Rush dropped us a pedigree, man. You know what I'm saying? He dropped us a pedigree. And let me do this, y'all. So Big A has now structured the show where we got like segments. So now I'm gonna drop the link real quick for anybody who does want to come on. Toyo and Big A, before I do that, man, y'all got anything else y'all wanted to cover in detail before I open up the floor for call-ins?
Man, it costs $1 for a membership, man. $1, man. That's gonna help us get these dog shows up and running, man. Even better than before. They keep growing.
Yeah. So Big A, do you have it put up on your phone where you can kind of read the itinerary so they can kind of know how the show flows? We have a actual behind the scenes itinerary that I want to make y'all aware of. We're really restructuring this. We really turning it into a morning show, kind of like the Breakfast Club. You know, toward the end of the show, they
go ahead, bro. Yeah, my bad.
Toward the end of their show, they have the call-ins. You know, people can weigh in on on what they've heard thus far, and you know what I'm saying, and get them ready for the next show. So I'm posting the link in here now, but let me see if I
Yeah,
can
go ahead and
find it.
post it. I'm strapped. I got my boots strapped. It's because the old man got to fight again, fighting shit today. I'm strapped up. Go ahead, let him on and open the door, goddamn.
Hey man, oh, you gave me a flashback.
All right, but yeah, Big A, let me pull this up and kind of read what the itinerary
Yeah,
was.
well, what I'm gonna do is I'll start putting our itinerary in the description before so everybody can follow it that way. Staying up, who we got in the building, man.
Brother Elevated in the building.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Just dropped
Yes,
my
sir.
daughter off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all. Let me pull up this pedigree real quick while we waiting. Y'all brothers go and cook.
Yes, sir. So what? Hey, Big A, I just thought of a question. You ain't elevate. Like, what would y'all do? Like, as far as the plug, do you hide the plug or you share the plug? See,
It
that's the type of
depends.
words I use, man. Get
Yeah.
me.
So it depends. It depends, man, because uh, it all depends, man. Because like for me, I'm definitely not selfish, and I'm definitely not playing the gatekeeper. But at the same time, you got to protect the plug. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you got to protect yourself. You got to protect everything going, that's going on around it. So for certain things, I'm not going to try to shit like give the indecent exposure. And the last thing I'm trying to do is play middleman in anything. Right?
Yes, sir.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to play middleman. So for me, certain people would have to meet a certain caliber of maturity, we would have to we would man, bro, we would have to be see eye to eye as a man or something like that before, I just throw you in the pot or something like that because it's my decision can cause a ripple effect across. You know what I'm saying? And I keep, you know what I'm saying? By making the wrong decision, I keep telling everybody loose lips sink ships. Loose lips ain't ships. You know what I'm saying? So, just imagine you being a plug and I'm bringing everybody to you. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it is, you ain't even moving like that. You feeling some type of way. So, as far as that, what about the plug? And yes, how the plug feel? You know what I'm
There
saying?
you
Like,
go. There you go. That's the bullseye right there. That's the bullseye. You don't share the plug unless the
That's
plug
what I'm
tell you to
saying.
share him.
That's what I'm saying.
If the plug don't tell you to share him or her, you don't share the plug.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
respect. It's a respect and discipline thing. That's all I
Yep.
keep saying. Salute.
Yeah, man. Yep. Loose lips sink ships, man.
Hold on. Wait. Okay.
What's up?
So,
What?
okay, you said you don't share the plug unless the plug tell you to share him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean that's. I would think that would be a major decision. You would ask that person.
It would be a respect thing too,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I'm thinking. That's just my opinion. Salute.
Okay, so this is my thing though. All right, so
Okay.
and this is let me say we're using the term plug and stuff like that, man. But let me say it on square terms. Okay, the major manufacturer, the supplier, the raw source, the person that converts the raw product into a sourceable material for resale, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm coming to you and you're the middleman and I'm buying you out every time, right? At what point do you say, hey man, look, I got somebody you need to at what point do you stop being a hater and tell the plug, hey man, I got somebody that's coming that
Because who you dealing with, you're dealing with a middleman. That's all. That's what it is. Oh, you middleman dealing with a middleman, and you know what I'm saying. That's where everything get confused. Because if you're dealing with a plug, there is no discrepancies. You know what I'm saying? There is no holdback. So he middlemaning, you know what I'm saying? And you getting caught in the middle of that. You get caught up with day stuff. He got to hold up. You got to, all of that. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
And we talking about like anything, like dogs, like hides, anything, like you know what I mean. Just
Yeah.
different positions. It's like like I just feel as though like the if the plug, like he should have some say in if who out here saying that they the plug. You dig what I'm saying? That's all I feel. But like that's how I feel.
It also depends on what level they put themselves at. If they're sharing themselves all day over the internet, then why do I have to ask to be able to share you?
Because he's sharing himself and you sharing him is two totally different things.
It's the
You
public
understand what I'm
internet.
saying? Because everything that he does, he got to be accountable for. Now you bring somebody, you understand what I'm saying? And he ain't tell you do it. You know what I
We're
mean?
not.
So
I'm talking about selling hides. It's the public internet. If you're posting this stuff for sale, and I share it to somebody, why do when they have a public page and they're selling stuff?
oh yeah, well that
What
might not he
I
might
mean,
not he that's helping him out, so he might not be upset about that. But can
That's
you
that's
see a situation where what I'm saying might be in effect? Like
yeah.
only in the streets.
say for instance dogs. Say for instance
That only
dogs.
applies in the
Well, well,
streets.
well,
You said it only apply. Hold on, hold
no.
on. Hey, ho, hey.
Wait, let me say this. Let me say something. So it go like this. So yeah, if you got it on the internet, then you know what I'm saying, and share it with somebody who because it's public. That's one thing. But then if you take them to their house to be in their face and try to have that's a completely different thing. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Big Hill.
I'm not talking about street stuff. First of all, basically, those just the words I have to use. I mean, I ain't that I have to use. It's just the words that I'm comfortable with using. It, whatever. I'm figuring you could transfer the words. So you concentrating on street stuff. Okay, the plug is the dogs. Is the dogs or whatever. Okay, we talking about dogs, and you know where some good dogs at, Elevator. You know where a lot of good dogs at. The man never told you to go tell nobody he got good dogs. You just happen to run across something and he got good dogs. Do you think it's okay for you to tell other people that he got good dogs?
That's where the question is: he on the internet or is he hiding himself? If he's hiding himself, no, you keep that a secret. There's a lot of men y'all don't know about that I ain't never mentioned. But at the same time, if they're on the internet, I'm gonna share it. That's the way the internet works. That's the way growth works. That's why I would do it. It just depends on that's like y'all said, the circumstances and who you're dealing with. Some people don't want to be out on Front Street. Some people do.
Yeah. Shout out to Wifey,
Well,
man.
I guess at the end of the day we saying the same thing. So salute.
I think this, and I give you a perfect example of it. Okay, I since I came on in, I've been talking about my mentor. This I won't say his name. I'm scared of him. Right? That's an example of a person that wants to remain private, and I know they want to remain private, and I know if I bring them public and go public with it, when I see them, it's gonna be problems.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When I see them, it's gonna be problems. And he's not a gangster. He's a Vietnam vet that will blow your brains out. He is schizo, shell shocked, but got good dogs. You know what I'm saying? He's even called like this dude has sued online pairs for posting his pedigrees, bro. This dude is off the chain, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, bro. Like I'm not messing
Yeah.
with him. I'm not messing with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. You ain't tell me that, Drake.
Yeah, you
You
know
ain't
what I'm saying? Like,
tell me
bro,
that.
yeah, I'm not messing with him, man. Like, nah, I'm not messing. He's made the news headlines for shooting somebody in the back as they were fleeing
Yeah.
and walk.
In the back.
In the back as they were
God,
fleeing
dog,
and walk.
boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I will tell you what he's done, and I'll tell you that's why I won't say his name. He like the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? He like the boogeyman.
Shot him in his back.
When he passed, I could start a whole other channel and tell y'all stories on just him. You know what I'm saying? Like on just him when he passed.
Hey,
Hey,
he shot him in the back, Dre.
yeah,
That man, whoever got shot, was turning around with the old shit look on their face, trying to get away from him. You know what I'm saying?
and live.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that means whoever he shot wasn't trying to come. That mean they was trying to get away. They weren't trying to get at him. They was trying to get away. He shot them boys in the back, man. Yeah.
On his dog yard, man. On his dog yard.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Calypso, welcome to the building, big bro. Man, old Calypso in here, man. Another great channel, man. Calypso, if you can, man, drop your link to your channel in the chat, man. So they go follow you, man. This is Beer and Bulldogs Calypso, y'all. Salute.
Hey, Welsh, what's happening, bro? Welsh, you
Well,
hey,
shit,
Ain't too much, ain't too much, man. Chilling, man.
okay. Yeah, man. What you got going on, man?
Shit, ain't too much today, man. I'm just listening to y'all cook, man.
Yeah,
And
it
then
sounds like you
done
got a whole bunch of going on in the background.
yeah, yeah, I'm at the shop right now.
Oh, okay.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's that? Calypso Boker? Calypso Boker?
That's beer and
Mhm.
bulldogs.
Being Bulldogs. Okay, salute.
Okay. If they got the good dogs, I don't want to know.
That could go both ways.
Yeah.
It depends on how open they are. If they're open and you're over there not telling people about them, that's gatekeeping or not. I mean, he might not let you
I
get
don't
one
know.
for doing that.
Well, for me personally, this is just me personally, man. Like I don't even try to entertain it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like anything. Like let's just say somebody got a really good dog, and I meet them and I get the dog from or whatever. Then I got the dog. Uh, I'm not really just out there bragging and doing all that other stuff. I'm more so attuned to the dog and try to see the dog mature and all that other stuff, man. I mean, I'm not trying to get out there and do extra promoting and all that stuff. I'm trying to see what I got, you know. Um, I just feel like sometimes you put yourself in a position to where you might say something that might mess up somebody's flow or something like that. And I just don't want to be the one. Not me. You know what I'm saying? It could be
Can I,
anybody else, but I don't want to. I just don't want it to be me.
can I interject? Can I interject? And
Yeah.
real quick, let me put this bug in y'all ear real quick too. So I think the chances of me revealing somebody who doesn't want to be revealed is less than this happening. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say I let somebody get one of my dogs and they send me video footage of my dog that I let them buy or I gifted them, and they
Mm-hmm.
expect me to keep that private.
Then
That's a
it's not
problem.
happening.
That's a
Yeah.
problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't release dogs for them to be kept little secrets. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
me
I
either.
don't do that. So, you know what I mean? Like, you get a dog from me and you don't want me posting it, don't send it to me. Period. Let me
Yeah.
say that publicly. But y'all go ahead
Yeah.
and cook.
Facts,
Yeah.
and
No,
that goes
I
the same
remember.
for
I
me.
remember you speaking. Yeah, I remember you speaking on that elevator. You spoke on that yesterday or the day before, or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. But as far as me purchasing a dog and you know, I don't know, trying to bring somebody to who I got it from, that would be a conversation I would have to have with the person I got it from. But other than that, I'm not, doing all that extra shit. And I'm not gatekeeping either though.
Like, here's another example. I had a buddy hit me up. Where could I get some good Red Boy Jocko dogs? Who do you think I told him to go to? Ready Red Kennels. That's who I told him to go to. I said, shoot, he's out here. He's showing them. I knew probably 150 people with Red Boy Jocko dogs that ain't on the internet, but I told him
Yeah.
about the one that's publicly open. You can go right here and get one from him anytime you got money. That's why I chose him to say. So that might play into a factor. Like, he's open about it. He
Hey, so
wants you to tell people.
I got to share something with y'all on this one as well, man. And this is to protect all of y'all, everybody here. So I watch Walking Dead now, y'all, and I be learning a lot of it's a lot of jewels on that show. And it's the dude from The Wire. His name is Tyrese on the show. I think he's I forget what he's called on The Wire. Anyways, he's having a conversation. He's listening to the radio. It's all negative stuff on the radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's telling he's talking to one of the other guys. And they're like, "Why do you listen to that? Why do you listen to that negative stuff, man, on the radio?" He said, "Well, my father taught me that, that's the cost of living is you got to be aware of all the good and bad in the world." And so I'm very, very selective. I would definitely push Ready Red out there. I have Ready Red dog, but at the same time, you have to be selective when you do that too, because if something goes wrong and the person looks at you as a reference for anything that goes wrong in there, you have to be very, very abundantly protective of your brand in its entirety too. So like shouting people out is cool. I love doing it. I do it all the time, man. But at the same time, I have to be very, very careful when I do that because when you vouch, man, it carries a lot of weight. And so that's why I'd be like, look, I vouch for who deal with me consistently, you know what I'm saying? And I stay to myself after that, man. But it's not to be a hater either. You know, it's not to be a hater. It's just I talk to these people daily, weekly. I kind of have an idea what's going on, both from them and from people who have things to say about them. And I have a good, like I said, I keep the radio on, you know what I mean? And I'm aware about my circle. So definitely on that one, like they're public, but if you don't speak to them daily or weekly, man, just be very, very cognizant of that, man. Very, very cognizant of that. And it's only because like you putting them on there, yeah, you're helping them out, but if something goes wrong, they're gonna look at you, not even the deal. You know what I'm saying? So
that's where you got to know the person you're sending to somebody before you can't just meet somebody on the street and say, hey, yeah, look up Ready Red. You know what I mean? Like, but you can. I mean, if I had a buddy that's talking to me about dogs for a certain long amount of time, and he's got this idea, then that changes it. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't definitely just tell just random people look up so and so. I don't even tell random people look me up. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Especially not in my hometown.
Yeah, man.
I used to, and it caused me a lot of problems.
Yeah,
everybody I'd see, I'm like, hey, look up Elevated Kennels. Y'all see me do that at the dog show, but I don't do that in town. Nope.
I don't know, man. I'd be all over. I'd be in the casino with my hoodie on. Like, yeah. Like, oh, you got a YouTube channel?
I
Oh,
wear
yeah,
my
go ahead.
shirts, but I don't tell nobody to look me up. Like if somebody might ask me, and I'll say, oh, they're pit bulls, and they'll act a little more interested, and I'm like, yeah, you can check them out on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's the go-to I send people, the YouTube.
Yeah, when I be driving Lyft, they be like, yeah, man, tell me about your hoodie, man. It's my kennel, man. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Dre and Big A. Yeah, man, for real though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He said my social security number is. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, man. But Welsh, brother Welsh, you in here?
He leave?
Nah, it says he's still in here, man. I was gonna have him cook on that ped, man.
Yeah, it sounded like he had some stuff going on in the back. He probably just,
Yeah, man, because y'all already know.
I'm here. Just give me like 2 minutes. Give me like 2 minutes.
Okay, we'll keep cooking. We keep cooking. All right. Cool. Yeah, man.
He was dropping some knowledge yesterday.
What's up?
He was dropping knowledge on some of that stuff.
Yeah, man. He passionate though. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes he might offend people this and third, but I've never been offended by Welsh. You know what I'm saying? But the brother, he not about to sit there and sugarcoat it just to make you feel comfortable with the information he's delivering.
Why should we?
Yeah. I tell you this, man. It depending on how you deliver information, there's a purpose behind communication. You know what I'm saying? To educate, to entertain, or to inform. You know what I'm saying? So or persuade, inform/persuade. Okay, so if you're trying to educate people, you don't necessarily want to be offensive with their. Let me phrase that. Let me tell you that. When you're trying to persuade somebody, you don't want to be necessarily vindictive or snarky with the information you're delivering. When you're trying to educate somebody and they're interested in learning the information, they don't care about how it's delivered because they're trying to get the information. But a person that has a differing opinion, if you come in snarky or rude, that defeats the purpose of the speech of the conversation because you're trying to change your perspective, and the worst way to do that is to attack the person themselves. That's called ad hominem. You know, so it depends on what you're trying to accomplish in your communication, how you deliver the information.
Yeah.
That is true.
Big facts.
Because I give you an example, like when I'm retired, I want to be either a motivational speaker, a life coach, or some kind of counselor, you know, and deal with people. And most of the people I'm going to deal with, they're not going to be emotionally stable enough to have just like adult conversations with them. Even though they're the age of an adult, they won't be in the mindset and the maturity of an adult to have like just a regular conversation. They're probably going to come from abusive situations, traumatic situations, and I'm going to have to be able to deal with the trauma and still get my message across to the person. So I genuinely, our mission here at Samurai Kennels is to build better people, to build better animals. And part of that is understanding your fellow human being, and being able to communicate with people that might not necessarily agree with you, and to persuade them to be less violent, to persuade them to break societal norms, to persuade them to break generational curses. And that's my goal. And so I some people like, my sister is like, it's kind of like how y'all was talking. Like she'd be like, well, I can't help the way I talk. That's just how I talk. You definitely can't help the way you talk. You know what I'm saying? And and I use my sister because like she says like she's proud of that. And I know a lot of people who are proud of being able to deliver information. They like, I heard a lot of people's feelings. No, you deliver information in a way to hurt people's feelings because you get intrinsic reward from that. You like saying that you're tougher than other people. And that's my sister. And I see a lot of my sister and a lot of people in society nowadays. So definitely just putting that out there too, man. I love my sister, but don't get it twisted. But I know that if somebody's going through a dire situation, I'm not putting my sister on them to have the conversation.
Yeah.
To me, I come from probably out your sister camp. Basically, it's like, to me, it's like some people don't know how to. Some people know how to talk it. Some people know how to do it. Some people don't know how to deliver it like in a talking way. Some people can show you in a different way. Like people will be having problems with my tone all my life. You understand what I'm saying? So again, like I say, it is very valuable to know how to deliver information, but that's not more valuable than the information itself.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's not more valuable than information, but it's not more valuable than the information being comprehended. And I'm telling you right now, if you get somebody so mad that they can't hear what you're saying, it doesn't matter how good the diamonds is you dropping. They're not picking them up. You know what I'm saying? They're not picking them up.
I agree with that.
Yeah, me and Big A was talking about that before, and the more it start, I'm got my eyes open, Big A. You remember how you was telling me about, how I automatically thought people would know certain things. You was trying to school me like, nah, bro, it ain't like. And I said, man, you ain't gonna tell me that, man. I can't believe all these people's virgins like that. You was like, nah, bro, you got boom, boom, boom. You know, so I am seeing certain things. So that's leaning to what you were saying. But I'm still gonna stand on if they ain't getting the way I'm delivering it, it just ain't my message ain't for them people. And I ain't concentrating on them people not getting it. You did? That's just me. That's where I gotta stand in my old age. I can't bend into a pretzel. You understand what I'm saying? I can't bend into a pretzel. I'm as long as the information is true and genuine, I'm firing it off. It's for whoever get it. That's just my choice. My choice. I ain't delivering it. I ain't delivering it. I ain't bringing I ain't putting no hors d'oeuvres and shit and parsley flakes on it and shit and all that type of shit. I ain't putting the things on the plate, to make it look good. It's just that nutrition on it.
And let me not be a far extremist. I be trying to give so let me say this. I be trying to give a different perspective, but not like change the perspective. That makes sense. And so I truly believe if you throw a rock into a pack of dogs, the one that barks is the one you hit, right? So I genuinely believe like these old Aesop fables and sayings and anecdotes, but I truly believe that like if I'm saying something and it spurs you because it relates to you, man, like it's not individually targeted, but like you were saying, information should trigger you.
Yes, sir. Hey, didn't he hit on what I said? Hey, what I say about them shoes I'm throwing out there? What I say, hey? What I say? I'm just throwing shoes out there. If they fit, wear it.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, man. But it's Brother Welsh is back now, man. I don't know if he's ready to cook yet, but I let him back in the panel, man. What's good, big dog?
Shit. What y'all cooking on? Foundation, dog?
Yeah. So, and talk about why and how we pick the foundation of the yard, man.
What if you had to start over, or you talking about as a now?
Yes, from a starting over perspective. You start over with your brew stock.
Yeah. Well, me personally, that depend though. That depend on if you plan on going off your yard or not.
Right.
That just depend. Everybody don't think about that part. Because you could pick. Well, as far as a female, I mean, you could pick a bitch, but if you ain't got no plan for at least 4 generations, then that foundation really don't mean shit. I mean, honestly speaking.
Say that again.
I said you could. I mean, it really. You could, even if you start your foundation over, depending on your pick. But if you don't have a plan, a solid plan for at least 2 or 3 generations, then that foundation really don't mean shit.
Yeah, we gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that too.
I mean, that's been proven if you look at some of these dogs and some of the ones that faded away. So I mean the placement of the dogs too, but that if you ain't got no game plan, it don't matter how good the blood is, it ain't gonna turn out to be shit. Because that's like well, fuck it. Since you're already talking about it yesterday, with the Santos shit, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is with any dog also, but we're going to use Santos that more people could look up. So with the Santos situation, what I mean by that is if Tom didn't have a plan for Santos or before Santos wouldn't be a conversation, right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
So again, at the end of the day, you can have a black and white pedigree, which all of these dogs started with, but you can have a black and white pedigree and still have one of the best foundations. So when you talk about foundations, it's not just the blood, it's the dog man itself also. So people got to keep that in mind. Don't just go out and try to look for, it might be working, but are you going to work the blood the right way? Before we look for that soup, that God Almighty working stock, are you gonna put the work in? Just like a lot of people. A lot of people want credit, but don't want to put no work in.
Yeah. And what you call it? That's what tomorrow's episode is about. Yeah.
Like when I started breeding Mason to Medusa, I already knew in the future I would end up doing a breeding like Judge to Vixen or Jarvis to Mercy. I knew that those would be options in the future. Like, did I have it dead set on those individuals? No, but I knew my goal in the long run. It wasn't by accident.
You have to have a long run goal. You have to, because like I tell them boys every other day in my group, people got opinions, but you can't argue with facts. And if you go back in time, since so many people stuck on these old ass dogs, if you go back in time, it's a lot of dogmen that certain people might say was better than this dogman, but them motherfuckers ain't around no more. And most of their dogs got hung paper, so you don't know if that's really your dog right now. So then you got people who were thinking ahead of time back in the 70s and 80s, while other people said, well, why the fuck he breeding this and this and this? But as you move forward to 2025, those people are no longer here. So, again, the foundation is key, but your longevity, nothing beats longevity. Nothing.
Yeah. What you call it? That's what tomorrow's show gonna be about. Bloodline starts with you. It's pretty much about the bloodline, the man behind it. Yeah. It's walking into it. We're walking into it. We're going in the right direction.
Like, I see from a lot of older guys, even in my area, they'll act like young dudes like me are foolish because we got these plans and ideas and shit. But then, hell, now 5-6 years later, the plans come through. You know what I mean? It works out. And they were doing the same thing at that young age, but then act like we're foolish for doing that.
But elevated. Listen. I'm glad you said that. Now, those same type of people ain't got 2 generations of nothing to talk about.
Facts.
So it's like I always say, a lot of people in this dog game got a lot of things in common, and people like that all got something in common. They ain't got none of their own dogs to show you nothing with. So, you know, those type of people, yeah, some of them might have some. They might have some excellent knowledge, but if you ain't got nothing to show me with that knowledge, then I have to still question you.
Yeah, I only believe what I see.
Yeah, so
I only believe what I see. That's why every time I'll be the guy to ask more questions. Every time, I don't care. I can be looked at like I'm stupid. I'm gonna ask the question because I want the knowledge for myself. I retain this shit. When I hear it, I just hold it back. It's just in my head. I mean, that's why I ask certain questions.
Yeah, man.
I like the people that ask questions, man, because I'll tell you why. I don't ask no questions, man. I'll tell you what. If I see it or if I'm around and I observe, let me start not say see it. See sounds very, very short term. If I observe something, I'm watching it for a while, and it does things that I feel like are essential to what I'm trying to do. That's when I begin to ask questions. But like if it's not even in my if I'm trying to get football and they got a baseball, I'm not asking questions about the baseball. I'm going to football field. You know what I'm saying? So that's I guess that's a gift and a curse. Being hyper focused and a little beyond the things, but definitely I see where y'all coming from with that, man. Salute.
Yes, sir.
Welsh, Elevated, Big Hill, Big A. Do y'all got anything else y'all want to add, man? Because if not, bro, I'm gonna start making my rounds because I got a little bit before I got to go inside and go get ready for work.
Yeah, man. Send them shots in for the dog of the week. We got the digital dog show coming up. It's going down in May. It is going down in May. Yeah, man, costs $1 to be a member. You know what it is. Yes, sir.
What's going on? We making rounds?
Yeah, I'm making rounds. Unless y'all got something y'all want to cook on, I'm making rounds, man. And you know what I'm saying? I do want to say this too. Victorio, Elevated, any of y'all brothers who got channels, man, immediately follow the lives in the mornings, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let them know where the after party is at. Because like, I be at work. Once I'm on my way to work, I want to listen to one of y'all talk, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sir.
Big Hill Fam, you can find me over at the Big Hill Fam on YouTube. Well, you already know I'm up in here with the Shogun Army. Salute.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Elevated Kiddos, you can get me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. The best way to get a hold of me and contact me is Facebook. I have the Show Dog Journal coming out. I'm gonna get on there and talk about the genetics of them wolves here probably later today.
All right.
I see a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Brother Welsh, you got anything you want to add, or any ways that you want them to reach you? I know, like, you know what I'm saying, you don't deal with just anybody, but definitely I'll give you the opportunity to be heard as well, bro.
Probably busy.
That nigga working on 16 engines at the same time.
He got a transmission in one hand, a cigarette in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the alternator.
Yeah, Calypso, I would love to see you do an interview with Brother Welsh, man. That'd be pretty dope on your Beard Bulldog.
I was thinking about that too. Yeah,
that would be a good one.
That'd be pretty dope. I definitely would be interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
But let me go ahead and make my rounds, man.
You want to interview Big Toyo 1500? I'll give you a swag. Don't nobody want to shoot my name out there, but if you interview Big Toyo, they call 1500 interview me. Salute.
Yeah, big guy.
And that'll be a fire interview.
Yeah. What he said.
Oh man. All right.
What he said.
Okay. All right. So look, let me go ahead and take the show out of here, man. Y'all brothers know what it is, man. It was Big Toyo, Big A, Elevated, and Brother Welsh, man. We came through today. We cooked on a foundation for your yard. I just gave you a little snippet into the Yellow John blood, man. The great brothers came through. We talked about different things, and as always, man, this is the Breakfast Club of the dog channels right now. You know what I'm saying? We the Breakfast Club. Get in here in the mornings, man. Obviously, y'all can come through. We're gonna be dropping the format so y'all can kind of see when the call-ins are. So it's a little more structured, man. Because I don't see us stopping this morning show anytime soon. Look at that. It's shining on my head. Okay. So yeah, man. For those of y'all who pray, you can stay. For those of y'all who don't, you're more than welcome to leave. But I like to leave the Christian watchword. And then at the end of each show, you know, we do the Neo Dog Man chant. I'll say for the love of the dogs, and then the reply I'm expecting to hear is for the love of the game.
Love of the game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me hit y'all with this prayer real quick, and then you know, stay tuned. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen.
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 Hey, so Big Hill, there's a question for you in the back chat real quick before I leave. I'll give you an opportunity to address it or not address it.
I mean, it's up to you. Whether, you know.
Yeah, I go. No problemo. Party over at the projects again today, y'all. We ready to go have a party again. Cookout. That's going over there, Big Hill. You know, talk about what you want to talk about. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's going over there. I'm already shooting on up there. Salute, Bulldog community. Let's get it.
Peace, man. And for those of y'all who are still here, man, I'm about to hit y'all with this chant. I'm about to get out of here. I got to get dressed, get ready for work. I'll be in and out of Big Toyo's chat. You know what I'm saying? Reach us on the Samurai Kennels WhatsApp. Reach us on Samurai Kennels Facebook. For the love of the dogs.
For the love of the game.
Peace.
Hey, Toyo.